Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tesla Plays .hack G Volume 1. So, it's come to my attention that .hack in general supposedly is a dead series now. Oh, I'm not talking about the developers. I'm talking about the fan base. Because I talked about it with somebody, like a while back. And at first I didn't think much of this, to be honest. However, I did look up an article talking about the modern take on .hack in general, based on all the games, and someone basically said that .hack has become that series that people might remember, but not really care about anymore. Could explain my low view count. But can I just say how depressing that actually sounds? I can understand the old games not really aging very well, despite Naka's love of the series, and basically people aren't caring about those because of how badly they've aged, but I don't know. When it comes to stuff like GU and maybe even Fragment, which is a actual game you can play, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, is there anything else I need to do right now? Let's just log out and check our email or something. Official form? Oh, more gobby! You must become programming prodigy. Get rich and live on the top floor of a really tall building. What's your dream for the future, Gobby? Please tell us. A girl's got to have her secrets! Fucking Gobby. Hello, Gobby. Today I have something I'd like to ask you. We began playing the world. For me, it was because a friend told me I should try it. I'm very grateful to him. I'm going to wait your answer. I forgot! Oh my god. A girl that I like in real life. If I see her, my heart starts pounding, get dizzy, I don't even know what I'm saying. I want to invite this go to a movie, but if I try, my legs start shaking, saying totally random things. What should I do? Please tell me, Gobby. Just say it! Dear God. My name is Margarine. So question before, Gobby. You're actually a woman? I just didn't expect it. Can you tell me the truth? I'm Gobby in real life, too! Jeez. There, Gobby. It was pretty up there, isn't it? I've never seen you when you're on your throne. Or you're talking to your guild members. Where and how did you level up like that? About so much I can't sleep. Don't blame me if I'm someday become serious. Please tell me, Gobby. Sleep! Oh, man. I could read that all day just because of Gobby's, like, reactions to everything. This is cocky. Oh, God. Mentioned his Unit 2 leader. Previous threats disappeared. I'll be making a new one. Use it for communications, reports, etc. Thank you. God, forget Sakaki. Unit 3 leader. Seems there have been some players acting closely towards others in the cloth, especially in the arena. Fear that consists... Oh, that's Kaede. Fear that consists of tormenting or arresting other players is strictly against our guild's policy. Certain members appear to be involved in such incidents. 7 guilds will discuss those members' right to participate in the arena. Currently, Moontree does not prohibit arena battles. However, participation is merely a right, given the good behavior of members. Moontree does not officially endorse its members to participate in the arena. Please keep this in mind. Thank you for not doing anything that may sully our guild's name. But Adeli's been participating in the arena for a while, and you haven't complained to her about it. And Matsu is also in the arena. What the hell? Good work, everyone. Madly. Which is Unit 2. Some are included stores to great success. Participated and hope to make it great. I thank you all sincerely. Unit 2 is currently undergoing preparations for the next seminar. If you'd like to gather opinions, I will go about making another a great success. Any suggestions for things you'd like to discuss? If you'd like to hear from, please whisper to either myself, Kunuki, Kushiwa, or Daide. Thank you. You guys really do hold seminars. Got a surprise. Do you guild member participate in those seminars? Man. seem to be more excited than usual. Do you get a kick out of assembling people? Or you're the class president or something in real life? Well, that's kind of, like, just mean. That's pretty shady. No idea what all these people who want to participate are thinking, lol. And that's flat out just insulting her, man. Yeah, let's go with this one just to make her happy. I don't hate what Adley strives for, to be honest. Like, it's a really good thing. I just wish the person that she was following actually had a better personality. I'm just saying, like, who... Like, no offense to Adley, but why would you trust someone like Sakaki? He does not really make it seem like he's a good person at all. Shady as hell, man. Really? Stupid to hear you say that. Is it great that Gaspard's problem was fixed, so Bliss came back safe? Become a real guildmaster. Afraid to jump to conclusions when you were summoned to Moontree. I'm so sorry. We thought you would stir up some kind of trouble. Really, when you think about it, Pi was right there with us. Guess there's nothing to be concerned about. And I'm so sorry. So Matsu's gonna be our next opponent. This is really Adelaide. What kind of guy is Zelkova? Also 7 council. What kind of guy is he? I'm more interested in Zelkova. Like, he's a child who's in charge of a huge guild like this. How could you not be curious about him? Thank you for your pictures of the world. For the second round of the tournament has been posted. Battlefield Demon Palace. Leader Aseo versus Wicked Party Leader Matsu. Oh, I know what's going on here. It's my controller settings. I need to get rid of them. There we go. Now that shouldn't happen anymore.
Fight with the captain of Moontree's Unit 7, huh? Guess I should go register.
Look, secret match is coming up soon. When it is really strong, there's the customers are saying there's no way you can win, but I still want you to win. Chat friends told me this series is fantastic for leveling up. Piloting Red Plum's Twin Rocks. You get really strong and win. Good luck, Aseo. Yeah, we barely were able to handle the last one, and they're already throwing another one at us. Yeah, Oh, Aseo. At least started becoming interested in Mootree. So happy. Yeah, I wouldn't jump the gun on that one. He's being supportive, but that doesn't mean he's going to be interested in participating in Mootree. Yet.
I'll need to register for the second round fight at the arena counter. Gotta get Adelaide in syllabus.
Now, he says that, but you don't have to do it right away if you don't want to. You can do other stuff, too. And I appreciate the fact that they don't lock stuff away from you. Because some of these fights can be kind of rough. Oh, level 31. That should give you an indicator on just how high of a level you should be for this next fight. Now, I'm not trying to go out of my way to trivialize this game's content or anything, but I'm also gonna say for the record that I'm also not super amazing at this game like some players are, like Naka was. So I tend to be a little overly prepared for stuff. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me just go ahead and sneak peek what these guys' levels are. Yeah, let's do that. Just so I have an idea on how strong I should be for this. Right. Okay. Yeah, the arena is not well structured in this game. You can easily find yourself under leveled pretty quick at this point. And I've been doing pretty good at leveling up from the last time I recorded, so... Oh, and I forgot I had the heavy sword equipped. Because I was about to go multi-attack on him. Damn it! He wouldn't target the one I needed. What the hell? There we go. So, yeah. Damn. I was juggling him like crazy. Yeah, the heavy blade's pretty useful. Level up. Really, he gets it? You're like at what, 9? Yeah, 9. Only got one more to go. Jeez. So the syllabus is going to town on those weapon levels. Simple pendant, okay. Yeah, so... It's going to get to the point to where I'm going to start off-screening. Ah, thought you were Hinako. Those quirks really don't have anything resembling defense. Yeah, but you have so much healing. Does it even matter? Now, I did not realize that this game was going all the time I stopped the last recording and I went to do something else. But unless you get out of the game, the controls will keep going even if you're playing another emulator or whatever. So, I ran into a lot of problems by the time I checked back. And I apparently was trading without being aware of it, and my health drinks were at 2. My healing serums were gone, and my healing rains were at 5. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely loading a save state after all that crap. And I did have to redo some stuff because of that. Not too much, though. But man, I gotta be careful about that. Indeed it is. Oh. Oh, you're a fancy one. Oh, you have armored. Not for long, though. Awesome stuff, okay. Level up! Yeah, speaking of healing drinks, may as well use a few. Because, yeah, we have quite a bit here. Now, everything I'm going to be doing, because we're running pretty close to having a bunch of being maxed out on these. So here, have a few, Adelie.
Thank you.
Yeah, so they are currently both in the blue with 3 dots around them. I think it can go up to 5 total dots. I'm not sure, though. We'll see how that goes. Right now, I'm interested more in, like... Get over here. I'm more interested in just coming here for experience, not really interested in getting ranked for the area. So I'm probably not going to care about that too much. Alright, so where's those enemies I saw a second ago? Seriously, where are they? There's where you are. Oh, there they are, okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the rainy areas. It's hard to see. Yes, Regeki! Uh-huh, that explains a lot. Okay. So wondering why she wasn't using those SP recovery items, and I'm like, wait a moment. Yeah, she's still pretty low. And I was like, oh, it's because she's on rage. I guess when they're on rage, they don't bother doing any type of recovery at all. Which could explain a lot, because usually they refill, when you go to Active Town, they refill on items and stuff. But they weren't ever using any. As a matter of fact, I'm about to check what kind of items they have. Let's see. Yeah, health drinks, healing rain, revive rain, sprite drops. He has like 20. And of course, I gave her 21 of mine, but she would normally have 10. Yeah, keeping her on rage is actually not the best idea, because they don't refill their own stuff, which can make battles go a lot slower. So, okay. There we go. Not the cleanest awakening ever had, but it got the job done. Oh, stop doing that on me.
What's up? What can...
So, I'm just gonna see if you just want this.
Wow, I really wanted this. I'll put it on right away.
Wait. Why?
What's up? What can...
That's not really better than what you had.
Wow, I really want it.
Do you just automatically equip anything I give you, even if it's worse than what you have? Because I gotta say, that's something that kind of concerns me.
Thanks. Gifts are a great way to cement a friendship.
Okay, well, obviously you're not equipping that. Come on. Yeah, it's only 2 dots, I mean 3 dots still. Alright, so... At least it's generally easier for the most part to make sure I can get the Rengeki in. Damn it. Died too quick. Couldn't quite get that one in. But it's generally easier since I'm guarding half the time when I'm using Heavy Blade. So they can't, like, knock me down or anything half the time. Level up. So, yeah. We're gonna need a lot of levels, apparently. Those guys were like level 33. Just damn. I know you can technically win being a little under-leveled. I've done it before. It's really not that hard, but... But still, I don't exactly... Damn it. Quit spamming that attack. Oh, put me to sleep? Really? Okay. So yeah, that's not fair. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna want... Okay. If I'm asleep long enough, they will heal me, so that's good. Level up. Now, the level only goes up to 50 in this game, so you could probably kind of see that at this point there's not going to be too much of the game left with how much they're escalating the level of our opponents. And yeah, I'm going to say for the record, as much as I enjoy this game, I'm going to be glad to take a break from it by the time I'm done with the first volume. Because these games tend to be pretty massive, and I'm going to want to make sure that I pace myself really well here. Because, yeah, it's gonna get... I should be using my skills, actually, when I'm... using the Awakening, because I would be doing a lot of damage. But I forget. I'm not really skill crazy when I use the Heavy Blade. Only with Rengeki usually. Level up. I feel bad for Syllabus, who's missing out on a lot here. Like, his level is painfully low compared to Aseo. He's like 3 levels lower than him. So, in the fight coming up, he's probably going to be a bit lacking. But that's fine, we can manage. Alright. Let's look at the map here. Oh, this is a boss one. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I should save an Awakening then. The next time I get one, I need to save it. Ah. Quit doing that. No. Come on. Damn it, not what I wanted to do. Damn it. I was trying to guard. Level up. Oh, she's on free will, but she's not really healing too often. That feels very strange to me, honestly. How low do I have to be before she heals me? No, let it go for a little bit, but... Oh. I think I got that one.
What's up? What? It's for me? Thanks.
Don't know how many more creatures are going to be here, though, and that kind of concerns me a little bit. I almost always like to fight a boss starting with an awakening to help soften him up considerably here. Ooh, we're at the boss too, and that's kind of sucky. Good. Oh wait, there's one more battle. At least.
This'll be
Good. I got it. Excellent. Where's the other one? There we go. So, bug antenna.
Victory's ours! This is it! Okay.
This guy's gonna be a bit of a bruiser. Oh, and he's asleep. Great. In retrospect, I really should have healed first. Ow. Oh my, this might not be happening. Wait, you're healing. You're healing. Oh wow, we have to be pretty low for you to do that. Well, I have healing too, technically, so... We've almost got him, though. Let's see. Adelaide, don't die on me. Oh, I was using their items. Oops. That was not my intention, but... Wait, he can heal? I didn't know they could do that. Come on. Okay, wow. I can't believe we managed that one. Everyone. Neat. Caffeine drink. Absorb defense. Yeah, I kind of want that. That sounds kind of impressive. Let's see. Kind of somewhat weak thing do we have here? Yeah, this is pretty weak now. Absorb defense. It's level 27. Yeah, going from level 10 to level 27. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I do want to get that one ability off of it, though, that's for sure. It's a very nice thing to have, physical minus 25. Fuck you. Like, seriously. I'm tired of this. Oh, I haven't used the text of power. Yeah, how about let's do that? I swore I'm bad about that shit. Okay, how about now? Okay. There. Null defense. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay. I missed some things, I don't care. I still got a keyword out of it. But yeah, we're not quite ready yet. Could use a couple more levels. So... So, did I save? Yeah, we did. I did save us doing that. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing else we have that's pretty recent. Alright, give us level 30. There we go. Okay. 36? We could probably manage. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Normally going 4 levels higher than your own can lead to a lot of trouble, but we were like a couple levels higher for the last one, and we barely had to do anything. Oh, we're dealing with these enemies, though. The big giant slugger enemies. Let's see how this goes. Okay, for these types of enemies... Oh, right. We don't have Twin Blade, never mind. The Holy Eaters. There we go. That's what I was thinking of. Stop it. Oh, wow. They are really high in defense. Thank you. Well, that didn't do as much as I thought. Oh, they can heal? Oh, fuck this. Yeah, we'll be here all day. Yeah, let's just get out of here. I can't fight these. They heal. And we are not doing enough damage to make it practical. Can I have fights out here that's... Let's just leave and get healed up. Like, well, I got my smoke screen back. Can I fight enemies that don't have those Holy Eaters? Yeah, it's not looking that way. Okay, these are just the birds. We can handle those. Alright. It's a little slow, but we can do it. Damn it. Aimed at the wrong one again. Okay. Yeah, we can actually damage these pretty effectively. The Holy Eaters, I feel, are a little bit too strong to be in this area, because I'm only like 4 levels lower than him, and I was barely doing anything. Like, what the hell? I think that's more like a level 40 enemy, based on how little damage I was dealing to him. I mean, yeah, these enemies are going down pretty well. I don't think Awakening would even help fight the Holy Eaters. Because I don't think it'd be doing damage fast enough. Maybe if I had Twin Blades equipped and then tried it. Maybe. I'd have to see, though. Alright. We won. Holy crap. Sadly, I think a lot of the battles are going to have a Holy Eater in them, so that's not great. Yeah, we need a different area. This is not going to work out for us. Are they all gonna be like this? What about this one? No? Yes, give up that item. I want a normal battle in here just so I can see. Okay. It's not ideal, but at least it's something we can fight. Now, one game I would have been experimenting because I want to get back to it, and that's Fire Emblem titles. So, what? There was a game I was in the middle of playing once upon a time, but I quit on it because it was frustrating me a bit. And there were some aspects to that game that I wanted to show off. Level up! All of us. Way to go, guys. Yeah, I've seriously got to do something about this. And I'm running out of weak stuff to throw away. So, yeah, let's go ahead and leave for now.
What's up? This is the world.
Damn it, I want to leave. Yeah, we seriously need to do something about this. First, items. What can I sell here? All of this can go. I do not care anymore. I never use them anyway. Mostly because you don't need them, for the most part. And some of this stuff could probably be stored away, like the customizable items. I can store some of those away for now. So these guys don't seem familiar to me, but it seems like I've talked to them before. Anyways, let's talk to Gaspard. Oh, shop are you? Moontree? Well, we're not quite level 35, but we will be soon. Oh, Gaspard's not here? What, is he at the arena? Oh, that's kind of lame, the fact that he's just not here right now because of the arena. Okay, he just wanted to check. Okay, so... Plan B. Oh, we got to rank 2 on Rebook 7. Finally. Just green card times 2. Desktop wallpaper times 1. BGM times 1. All books are second rank or higher. That's important for this. Report if you work to the guild management committee. Oink. If the assessment is good, your guild rank will go up, oink. Setting oink. Set it 2, oink. Well, we have new mail, so that's neat. But we're not quite done here. Guild shop. Yeah, there's nothing there, obviously. So, let's do something about all of this. Go. 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 Okay. And as for storage, what do I not have a lot of? So plenty of mind skill. I can store the caffeine drinks for now. Store this. Yeah, I'm just gonna start selling these things. They're not worth much anyway, in terms of trading, so I may as well. I was gonna hold on to them to use for that, but honestly, I don't think they would help much. If there's a trade I really wanted, I don't think they would help. I wish they could, but I don't think so. Now, if you want to sell something at your guild shop nice and quick, there's an easy way to do that. And it's really not that complicated. Okay, where's that place I was at before? Where is it? There we go. This was from way back, but this time we're actually gonna fight. Yeah, just get into a few weak fights here. It's really not that complicated. It's no more complicated than that. If they're very weak enemies, then you can basically just let your allies take care of them for you. That's basically it. I forget how many fights you need to do to get stuff sold, but like it's pretty easy stuff though. I mean, usually when you do some fights in an area and come back, they've already been sold, so you know it can't be that many. Oh well. I'm usually a stickler when it comes to, when it comes to surprise attacks, but in weak areas, I tend not to care as much. Like, when they're this weak, I don't care. So, yeah. That's like 8 battles. One unread email. Yes, I know. Just hold on. Huh. They didn't sell yet. That's weird. That usually works. I wonder what the difference is. I don't think the game calculates for if you're fighting weak enemies or not. That would be kind of dumb. Especially when you get to the level cap and everything is weak to you, but... Well, let's not go to check our email or something. Yes, we know. Guild rank increase. Thank you for your pictures of the world. Confirm that your Canard's guild rank has increased. Your guild rank is now rank 2. When everything in the review books goes up one whole rank, then that means the guild goes up a rank 2. And this has its perks. Voluntary features have been added to your at-home. For unstored expenses now added to your expansion menu. GP is needed to expand. Most of the numbers you can sell in your guild has increased from 5 to 7. That is actually really helpful. At the rate I tend to get stuff in the field, yeah, being able to sell 7 items at a time is a huge-ass benefit. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Wait, is it because Gaspar's not around? He's at the arena. Maybe nothing is selling right now because of that. Man, that's gonna be kind of sucky if that's the case here. But yeah. leveling up your guild has quite the perks indeed, and this is something that I applaud to you for, making the Ryu books feel special.
It's only a sale. What do you want, boy?
Expand or add to own facility here. To be needed for construction. We have 10,000. Item storage capacity is increased to 60 items. Now they mean a storage within the place, not like this. But yeah, now we can store up to 60, and that's quite a few items. Very nice, I love that. We still need to sell this stuff though. We do not need it. Same for that wizard blood we got. We don't need it. But yeah, we might actually have to do the arena before we can start using our guild shop again. Kind of irritating if so, but... Alright, let's sell this stuff. So, oh right, I can put 2 more things in the shop now as well. Which would probably be a good idea. So,
It's only a sale.
guild shop. Alright, so... This is actually well, do we need to worry about that? What do you have? Resin? Level 25. So level 30 ones we can technically use customize with that are heavy blade. Because that is slightly better than what I have, so I could go ahead and customize with that, but some of this other stuff we could just get rid of. Let's see. That's one thing. Yeah, we can get rid of this too. I don't want a nighttime one. Or a rainy one, I mean. Why? Why is it always like that, man? Let's try one of these. Damn it. Dude, why try some advice? No, I want your coupon. Alright. Let's see how bad this gets. Well, still no Holy Eaters, so it's looking to be pretty good to me. Honestly, the Holy Eaters wouldn't be so bad if they couldn't heal. If they didn't have the healing spell, it would be fine. Well, these guys are looking to be pretty simple, that's for sure. Forgeki is out the ass. Holy shit. Good lord. That's like, what, 6 Orgekis in one fight? Wait, not yet, no. Thought it was, but not quite. Well, we'll be finding out soon enough. Whether, like, the shop is really... working or not. But yeah, like I was saying before, when I started running into trouble, I kind of want to get into Fire Emblem again, too. There are some projects I want to do in regards to it. However, the game that I never finished was Fire Emblem Path of Radiance for the GameCube. So, I should talk about this. When I was working on it before, I was doing a clean run and playing it completely legit. This was a mistake. So was that, apparently. God! That's freaking crazy, man. So playing Path of Radiance legit comes with a slew of problems. You see, that game has a very interesting way of giving you experience. You can get it normally from fighting, but there's also a bonus experience system in it. But the way you get it is kind of obnoxious. They reward you with bonus experience based on how quickly, generally speaking, that you complete battle maps. And if there's one thing I hate when it comes to strategy games, it's the game putting stipulations on me. That is really irritating. But there's no easy way to train in Path of Radiance, or its sequel. You have to rely on bonus experience if you aren't getting experience in the fights themselves. And unfortunately, Path of Radiance is also not the easiest entry in the series. Some of the enemies can actually be quite dangerous. Keeping your people high leveled is kind of important. So, there's a catch-22 there. Here's the thing, though. When I played it before, I was using a GameShark code to... I was playing the game legit, but then I would reset the map and cheat with GameShark to make sure I always did it under the turn count. I wanted my bonus experience, what can I say? Is it cheap? Yes, but sometimes those maps required a little bit more than I was expecting to pull off. Get over here. I didn't really enjoy that, though. Level up. Why? Because it made playing through the game way more frustrating than it should have been. Not only that, but there were sometimes the condition was rough even with GameShark. At least the way I was playing it. Now, if I play it again, and I probably will, it's going to be under different conditions. For one thing, I've inherited completion data. What does this mean? Well, it means you can access features that you can't on a first playthrough. This game kind of has New Game Plus, sort of, where you get special perks if you've beaten the game once already on your file. One of these things is that there's special bands you can equip that increase growth rates and give you better overall level up stats. It doesn't affect it much, only about 5%, but it's equivalent to what an Aphis drops could normally give you. For certain stats, I mean. And that's kind of helpful. You'd be amazed how often it can heavily increase your stat potential. Not only that, But there is a GameStar code that I managed to find that is way better than the code I was using. Basically, in order to get everything, all the bonus experience, I basically had to use a code to always give me ally turn, which essentially meant that I had infinite turns, and it just made the game pretty trivial when I used it. But at the time, I didn't have a good alternative, so I had to do that. I didn't really enjoy that, though. It always felt like I was cheating way too much to accomplish the results I wanted. However, I found another code that works way better. This one doesn't give me infinite turns or anything like that, but it does reset the turn count. And it works perfectly. I love it a lot, actually. It basically gets rid of the annoying-ass turn count, so you're guaranteed to get the bonus experience. Which is ultimately what I wanted in the first place. Now, there are still certain conditions that aren't related to turn count, though. There are certain battle maps that have other conditions, like sneaking around, or basically sometimes you are rewarded for not bringing in all your party members in a battle or anything. But those conditions aren't bad, and I can work around those for the most part. There is one chapter that I kind of hate, though. Two, actually. But I'll get to those when I get to them. Another thing that will make the game a lot more enjoyable for me, because it's something I enjoy a lot, and it has unlocked... There are two different types of way to play the game on a New Game Plus run. You can play it with random growth, or fixed growth, which means you're guaranteed to get certain fixed level ups for each character that plays to their strengths. You will end up with mostly underdeveloped characters by the end of the game, but you don't have to worry about the random RNG constantly annoying you throughout the entire experience. The reason I like fixed growth is it takes away a lot of the busy work in trying to get good level ups. Because one thing I got annoyed about is having to reset the RNG using save states whenever I got a level up I wasn't happy with. With fixed growth, that's not really a problem you need to worry about. Now, you can't abuse your base with bonus experience to get perfect level ups anymore, which is something a lot of people exploit to get really good characters early on. But I can manage, honestly. I'd have to test it with fixed growth to know for sure whether I'm going to like it or not. But if I recall, I did do it a little bit, like on one of my runs before, and I didn't really think it was terrible. As a matter of fact, for some characters, it was a downright blessing. Because, yeah, some characters always end up badly no matter how well I play. Damn it. Got the timing wrong on that one. We've almost got the levels I need. Need to get to level 35. Maybe level 36. Yeah, these sessions will be mostly about leveling up at this point. And a weapon level up, too. Law reps. Oh, she can now heal everyone. Very nice. So yeah, like, Path of Radiance is certainly something I would be interested in doing. The sequel, Radiant Dawn, isn't really a game I'm as excited about, though, because Path of Radiance, with its characters, I like a lot. I played about halfway through Radiant Dawn one time, and I had to quit on it. It was a very underwhelming experience for me, and I did not really enjoy it. It's not that I wouldn't mind playing through it just to show it off, but I would not enjoy that game as much, really. So I think Path of Radiance will be put on hold until I finish Awakening. Because Fire Emblem Awakening is the other game that I would really like to do something special with. I gotta say, next to my experience with the GBA games, Awakening was the next game that I actually really loved, for quite a few reasons. I know some people actually have a very negative opinion of it because of how much it did change the series. But I'm sorry, like, being an old school Fire Emblem fan myself, I actually appreciated a lot of what made Awakening special for many people. Now yes, like, it is one of the easier entries once you understand the mechanics really well, but again, I didn't really care. Because if there's one thing about the old games that was always hard for me to get used to, was just the fact that the elements for Fire Emblem were not exactly things I liked at first. Level up. I didn't like it. Like, I'm sorry, but I know for many people those are... Hold on. I know people will say that it's what makes Fire Emblem special, though. Nah, I disagree, to be honest. I think all it did is hold this series back. And there were two elements that really did that for me. One is the idea that Fire Emblem, since the very beginning, introduced the idea of permadeath, where basically, if a character ever died in battle, they were dead for real, meaning that there was no getting them back, ever. Well, okay, there were some entries that had a revive mechanic with certain staffs, but traditionally speaking, though, they were gone for good. I never liked this. I didn't like it when Final Fantasy Tactics did it, and I certainly didn't like it here. It was an experience in frustration for me, and I hated having to constantly look behind my back to make sure that none of my allies were ever in that kind of danger. Which, when it comes to this series, could happen quite easily. Until we get to modern Fire Emblem, the game's always loved to throw very obnoxious game mechanics at you in certain stage maps that were almost unreasonably hard to deal with. Anyone who's played Fire Emblem 6 on GBA, released only in Japan, would really know what I'm talking about, because that game was notorious for throwing enemies at you that you had no way of knowing how to deal with. And I didn't want to get on the bike. Not right now, anyway. So that was one thing they introduced that was hard for me to tolerate. And I had to save state spam quite a bit when I first played Fire Emblem, just so I could even win. And even nowadays, I feel kind of nervous not using them. In classic Fire Emblem, anyway. In the modern era, I don't really think it's as important to worry about that. And I'll get into that in a moment. But, okay. The second thing that they introduced that was really annoying for me to deal with is limited experience overall. Fire Emblem wasn't like other strategy RPGs where you were given the option to train if you were struggling with an area. Level up. Wow, I actually got a weapon level for once. Twin Moons, awesome. Is it any good? Aerial, thank you, yes, that's going to be very helpful now. It means flying enemies will be easier to knock down. But okay. Limited experience. Very early on when experiencing Fire Emblem in the old days, you quickly figured out that, yeah, you're not just going to be able to train if you are having trouble with an area. The experience is what it is, and if you goofed up training your people prior to this, well, you're either going to have to suck it up, or you're going to have to restart to an earlier save and try to do it better this time. In my case, I had to restart my whole game over my first time because I goofed hard. Because there are certain units that are pretty much designed to fuck your game up. They have the nickname of Gigans. Characters that start really powerful and are super powered up to the point to where you will massacre everybody on the field. Which sounds good at first, but the reason they're so good is that they are very high-level units that at this point in the game don't get much in the way of experience. And if you abuse them too much, then the game will get hard enough to where that unit isn't strong anymore, and your other units are basically level 1 squish bags that will die in one hit from anything. Yeah, I had to learn that lesson the hard way, not to abuse the Gigan character. But that's only one problem I had. I discovered how limiting the experience system really was, and that you had to really strategize how to use it effectively. I was never a big fan of this, like in the classic Fire Emblem games, Fire Emblem 6 and 7. By the time we get to 8, which is the Sacred Stones, things got a bit better. They will start introducing the idea of special training grounds that would unlock eventually, that you could level up your units at. But you couldn't make money going there, you could just get experience. So you'd be careful not to waste your weapons too much doing that. Hey, it was still helpful though. I'll give it that. It was really helpful. Yeah, I don't know if I have an awakening yet, but we do have another group of enemies over here, so that's nice. I do. Good. Because this is a boss area, looks like. I've been running into a lot of those lately, actually. As a matter of fact, Twin Moons. Yeah, let's weaken you a lot. Yeah. Fuckers. Oh, leave me alone. Yeah, the training grounds at Sacred Stones was pretty great. The main problem with Sacred Stones, though, is that for the most part, you didn't really need them that much. Sacred Stones, compared to its predecessors, was a lot easier of a game. And I need to remember to use Twin Moons on you, damn it. Oh well. Level up. And so I discovered that really quickly. The Sacred Stones was a much easier game. So relying on the training grounds probably wasn't necessary my first time. But hey, I didn't care. I was going to take advantage of it, man. It was wonderful to actually see Fire Emblem embrace the idea of training up units if you want. But this was a point of contention for many fans. They were basically separated into two groups. The hardcores versus the casuals. Guess which side I picked. Casuals didn't really care. They abused things like the arena, which technically existed in 6 and 7, places where you could get experience and money. But it was also very hard, and without emulation techniques like save states, you weren't really going to survive well there, because the enemies were really tough at times, and capable of pretty much kicking your ass easily. And it was always a gamble. Starting with Sacred Stones, though, people were very critical of any players that were abusing the training grounds since they figured it was cheating. And the casuals argued that it's fair because it just makes the game easier for people that want it. People say that you're not a true Fire Emblem player if you rely on tricks like this. You just need to get good, you know, shit. Classic shit like that. However, things would only get worse as the series would go on. Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn didn't have any training grounds per se, but they give you lots of bonus experience that could help easily train up units if you need high-leveled ones. Yeah, the fans bitch about this too, claiming that now the creators are basically embracing the idea of making the games too casual-friendly and getting rid of the classic difficulty that it was known for. People who played the very old games on the Famicom and Super Famicom were especially bad about this, claiming that things were so much better in those days. Yeah, I didn't really care what they had to say myself. It really seemed like that they just wanted a really hard, brutal experience because it's what they liked, but didn't really care what other people thought. I got really sick of this. And then Fire Emblem Awakening came out years later, and I didn't know if I wanted to play it because I couldn't play that on an emulator. And I was afraid of it. Like, I was like, I don't know. I skipped the GameCube games originally because I couldn't play them on an emulator, and that scares me. But I heard Awakening was really easy compared to what had come before it. And a good friend of mine, Miss C. Ryder, actually, she's a friend of mine, and wanted to get into Fire Emblem, so I got her the newest up-to-date game. And so I did. And I was hoping that she would like it. She said even if it's a bit hard, she'll still try it out, you know. She said she really likes the art style that she saw for the game. And so she played it for a little while and she said, "Oh my god, thank you. This game is amazing. I love it." I said, "Really? You can even handle the permadeath?" She said, "Permadeath? What do you mean?" She said, "Oh, you're talking about Classic. I don't play on Classic." I was like, "Classic? Is that what they call it now?" She said, "Yeah, there's Casual and there's Classic. I picked Casual because I wanted the easier experience." And at the time, I didn't know what she meant by that. I said, "I don't know what the difference is. Is it like easy mode or something?" She said, "You could say that, I guess." She said, it makes it impossible for you to lose your units. I said impossible. I think that's being a bit kind, don't you think? I said, this is Fire Emblem. People, like, you're gonna come into situations where units are probably gonna die at some point. She said, yeah, but at least they're not coming for good. I said, yes, they are. She said, no, they're not. I said, permadeath has always been a part of Fire Emblem. Like, when a character dies, you can't get them back. She said, again, I'm not playing Classic, I'm playing Casual mode. And I was like, okay, I must have to need to do research on this, because this isn't making sense to me. But she was indeed correct. Casual mode. This is the first game that we were, introduced to that had the idea of getting rid of permadeath through a certain mode called Casual mode. And, yeah. I was like, are you serious? You can actually disable it? I was flabbergasted by that, personally. I didn't think they'd ever agree to that. It was something that, like, I didn't like it, but it was something that... Oh shit, my people are actually, being pretty low on health. Maybe I should be paying closer attention to this. Don't hit them, don't hit them. Okay, so let me just use one of these. Wait, that's only 100. Revive Rain, that's what I meant. I think I'm actually going to be collecting more of those in town. Because some of these areas I'm going to are actually pretty hard. And I'm finding that I'm using healing items a lot more than I was. There we go. Level up. Well, syllabus has actually caught up to us pretty well, really. Younger. Damn it, we're still running out of room. Son of a bitch. Level 35 stuff now? Damn. Yeah, we're not going to need that anytime soon. Anti-curse, okay. So when I learned about that from Fire Emblem Awakening, I had to play it myself. I was like, okay, if they got rid of permadeath, or offered a mode that got rid of it, then maybe I might have a chance. I mean, really, the only reason I used save states in the first place was to avoid the permadeath aspect of the game. But if I don't have to worry about it, then hey, let's give it a shot. So I played it. And the first thing I noticed was just how different the dynamic was. But in a good way. Let me just make that clear. Like the initial story and how everything starts felt more comfortable than before. Everything felt like very approachable. Like they weren't throwing much in the way of difficulty at me. And not only that, but I noticed that they had changed some things around. For one thing, your main lord starts with a sword that has no durability attached. It's called the Falchion, which I had never played the early Fire Emblem titles at this point, so at the time I didn't really understand the history behind that sword. Wow, did I just S-rank by pure accident? Okay. Okay, I think we're pretty good on levels for the arena now. But let's test my theory. Huh, I guess I can use the guild shop. Okay, I'm confused then. Why didn't it work before? That seems kind of strange to me. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, the Pineys I'm actually going to be customizing with. That in there, that in there. That in there. There we go. So, alright. I must not really understand the mechanics on how the guild shop works then, if that's the case. I thought it was just fight a few battles and that's it. So, when I played Awakening, I was like, oh, hey, like, I have this sword that will never break. I'm just gonna use this the whole time, man. Like, why not? I mean, there's not real, the game's not giving me a good reason not to use it. It's not like there's any major downsides to it. But I didn't realize just how convenient this game would actually get. Because pretty early on, I was like, wait, there's an item called a Reeking Box. What's that all about? And I tried it, and I'm like, it summoned a monster of some kind? These Risen type things. And I'm like, wait, I can just randomly spawn these whenever I want, and I get refunded the money? Seems kind of pointless to charge me for the Reeking Box if you just give the money back, but okay. But yeah, I can train whenever I want, man. And I have a character who basically has an infinite durability weapon. I could train this guy up as much as I wanted, honestly. It's kind of pathetically easy. But I shouldn't complain. At least this is a game I can play without an emulator, which is certainly quite the thing. But then they also introduced stuff like the pair-up system that basically kinda sorta replaced the classic support system. Since supports no longer give a passive bonus of sorts, but now you can pair two units up with each other, which is kind of interesting, really. And they basically get stronger the more supports you have with somebody. So, okay, that's neat. And by stronger, I mean they basically make you pretty much unstoppable, because you can basically double up on attacks when you fight somebody, and sometimes the person you're paired up with can even completely cancel an enemy attack for you. I was like, holy crap. I mean, I appreciate the fact that this is something you can use to make a hard map easier, but maybe you guys went a little overboard, though. This really does feel like it's a little too trivial. At least that's what I thought at first. But they really implemented this, I think, to try to make higher difficulties feel less harsh. Because, yeah, hard mode on Awakening was actually reasonably tough for me. And I found my people falling like flies every map. Hell, even some training areas were kind of pushing it in terms of getting my people out of levels. I was like, wow. I guess that's what I get for complaining about how simple normal mode was. But anyways. The game is a very fun game, though. I'll give it that. I like the fact the supports are also not limited, on a single playthrough, you can get all the supports you want with all the characters. That's another nice touch, because getting supports unlocked in the old games was always a hassle, since each character was capped at 5 supports total. Understandable for making supports feel like they weren't exploitable, but it also made it hard for us to actually see all the supports. You could only get a support with one person per playthrough. So in order to see all of them, you basically had to play the game many, 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 many times to do so. Oy, that was not pleasant. Now, Sacred Stones did have an exploit that allowed you to ensure you could get them all in a single playthrough and unlock it on your system file. So that was nice. But for Fire Emblem 6 and 7? Yeah, they ain't gonna work there. That wasn't quite so easy. Ultimately, I just use a Game Shark code to just unlock all the supports in the main menu, just so I can look at them at my leisure. That's about the easiest way I could do it, because I certainly wasn't going to do it naturally. Yeah, you can forget that. Okay, so... I'm actually going to go in with my twin sword at first here. And if I'm going to be doing that, let's go ahead and... Well, first let's go over here to see if we can buy these. I think we can. The Pineys. Yes, we can. The Spin Axe is a higher level and gives slightly higher attack, but this has hold and release, where this one has rapid attacks. I like the hold and release better. Evil number. There we go. As a matter of fact, what you're seeing right here is probably going to be the best twin blade I'm going to have till like the end of this game. Like, it ain't going to be better than this. So, yeah, not going to happen. Like, it is as good as it gets, really. Oh, and we have 2 slots to put something neat on this. That's awesome. Fortunately, I don't really have much for weapons I can equip stuff with. Although there is something we can do about that. Okay. And we're actually in the area for that, so what am I doing? I believe I stored it away a while back. Well, I need one to... maximum numbers. Okay, let's just... store some of these away. And some of these away. There we go. That should help. Now... we need 1 mantis snail. and a bear paw. I found this in one of the guild shops a while back. And boy, let me tell ya, for this especially, backstab. Back attacks are always critical. And for when I'm not hitting a back attack, yes. For twin blades, the hold and release ones, backstab is amazingly good. And I'll be demonstrating why that is later, but yeah, this twin blade, amazing, that I have right now. As a matter of fact, let's equip that, before I forget. Yeah, 47's not much weaker than my current, broadsword. No, not much weaker. Alright, so after responding to my friend for a moment, let's actually finally do with the arena, shall we? Yeah, we should be able to handle it now. We are 2 levels higher than the highest level, so... make that 3 levels higher, actually. That's fine, whatever. Typically speaking, I like to have a bit of a leg up on them anyway. Just because you are technically weakened, compared to what you normally be like in the overworld. They make sure you can't use items, and all healing is cut by half. So, because of that, I'd like to have an advantage here.
Are you sure about this? I mean, fighting somebody from your own guild, Adelie?
I got Sakaki's approval. After all, arena battles are different from personal ones.
Sakaki. Man, you really listen to everything he says, don't you?
Of course I do. Sakaki is a great man.
What's so great about a guy who's trying to ruin his own guildmaster?
Sakaki's not. He isn't like that.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, you know.
Huh?
You just eat up whatever Sakaki tells you, don't you? In the end, you're always just spouting off someone else's opinions.
That's not...
Hey, maybe you should watch your back out there. Knowing Sakaki, he just might have ordered Adelie to hold back on purpose.
All right, Haseo, quit it. That's going too far.
Oh well, it doesn't matter even if you do hold back in this fight, seeing how I'm going to win regardless. I'm surprised Sakaki can't even see.
Oh, damn.
I don't care what you say about me, Haseo. But please, stop saying bad things about Sakaki.
You!
Haseo, good luck. Let's have a great match.
So... yeah, we're going to get more into this later, but she certainly is a bit hopeless when it comes to Sakaki. I know about the story of her life and stuff. You don't need to explain it to me. And I'll be getting into that later. Trust me. But man, for a first-time player, it gets really annoying having to listen to that.
So it begins.
The match everyone is waiting for, second round of the Demon Palace Tournament. Today's commentary will be from Moontree's Guildmaster.
Hi, everybody! I'm Zelkova! I hope that you'll enjoy the match along with me today!
Alright, this match is shaped up to be between Moontree and Kennard. What are you looking forward to seeing, Mr. Zelkova?
Well, I'd like to see the come-from-behind technique Haseo showed us in his last match.
Are you sure about that? If he comes from behind, then that means Matsu will...
Oh, they're here! It's Haseo!
Hey, pay attention. What are you acting all laid back for? I'm gonna show you just how different you and I really are. Get ready to fight. Let's go.
So, he's a steam gunner, it looks like. I'm trying to... whoa, damn. Are you serious? That was quick.
Haseo's putting up an admirable fight against Moontree's maverick, Matsu.
I don't know. Matsu isn't fighting seriously yet.
This is kinda nice. I haven't had this much fun in a while. What are you talking about now? Don't tell me you're giving up already. Hardly. The real fight's just beginning.
What do you mean? Aren't you fighting seriously?
A long time ago, Matsu used to be a famous PK known as the Flame Sword Demon. When he came to join Moontree, he sealed away his main weapon. And he did this in order to separate himself from his past.
Forget the lucky victory stuff I said. But it still doesn't change the fact that you're gonna lose. Okay. I'm fighting for real.
Unbelievable! This is an unexpected surprise! Could this spell trouble for Team Haseo?
Yes, that's right. His main weapon of choice is a broadsword. That's the same one he used during his PK days. Flame sword.
So you've been holding back until now. Perfect. Show me what you've got. Here I go!
If you say so. We're not holding back either. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made the fight this easy. I did not even for a moment think that just being, like, what, 3 levels higher than him would make this much of a difference. Are you kidding me? We were like 1 level higher than Bordeaux, and she didn't come close to being taken down this easy. What the hell? I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. Actually, come to think of it, I know exactly what's going on here. The Alpine is 25% stronger than it usually is, and it's almost as good as my broadsword. And I was hitting like 4 times in a row, I think. But man, I didn't think it was going to make this much of a difference. Holy crap. Yeah, wow.
It's over! Haseo of Canard has defeated Matsu, the Maverick from Moontree. Now then, Mr. Zelkova, what do you think of this match's result? Huh? What the? He's gone! Mr. Zelkova, where are you? Where did you go?
Well now, this is an interesting development. I didn't expect for you to be this good, Haseo. I guess the perfect time to move the pawns into position has finally arrived.
Totally not evil. Oh, we get this scene. I actually really love this scene, and you're gonna find out why.
Are you satisfied now that your darling Haseo has finally won? I know, you don't have to tell me. I used my forbidden weapon. I'll take the heat. I bet you would be relieved to have a troublemaker like me lead your precious guild Moontree, right?
So, are you satisfied?
Huh?
You've been looking for a chance to throw that weapon away all this time. The reason you couldn't do that was because you had never come across anyone strong enough to truly test your skill with it. Now that you fought Haseo, you must be truly satisfied. In that case, throw that sword away and be reborn. To become the real Matsu of Moontree.
Yeah, it's just as you say. You're right, Master Zelkova. I have no regrets.
Wise little kid, he is. Holy crap. Like, seriously, I freaking love Zelkova. He basically knows exactly what to say to get people to be what they need to be, and you would not expect that from that scenario.
Hey, Haseo, that was a pretty good fight, wasn't it? Yeah, whatever. You just wouldn't go down.
Did we see the exact same fight, Haseo? He went down like a bitch. And I'm still trying to figure out why it was quite that easy. I mean, we fought enemies that are like 3 levels lower than us, and they don't go down that quick. Like, damn, what the fuck?
Got something for you. We'll just call this a little something to remember this day by.
Ooh, flame sword.
If you feel like it, go ahead and use this sword. Later. I don't want this! Damn. He's gone.
Thank you for another great match.
Hey, Adelie! I guess what happened in the waiting room is still bothering her.
I feel for Italy, I really do, but not everyone's gonna worship the ground Sakaki walks on, so she definitely needs to get more of a grip on the fact that not everyone's gonna share opinions on him. So, in terms of that sword we just got, yeah, that's a pretty good weapon, alright. Now, it is rarity 5, so you can't really change the customization on it. So that kind of sucks, but there's a fire attack on it and crit plus 10%. And that attack does not lie here. Now you might be wondering, is the 25% extra damage worth it still, though? Not really, no. Now when you consider that the fire attack will add fire damage more over time, and a lot of it, too. This is still better overall. Maybe not against enemies that resist fire, but, like, it's still overall better. So, yeah, nice low price from that. So, let's log out to check our email or something. Oh, gas powered. Okay, so be kind of slow from time to time. As long as you're my guild master, as long as I'm still waking let myself loose. Hope you stick around. That must be the end of his email chain. New desecration discovered. Triad, just be forgiven. Criminals returned to their crime scenes, about to head to the area and ambush him. We count on you for your help. We'll be waiting at Hidden Forbidden Bulwark? Well, that's not the place we saw before.
A triumph sign. We gotta go check it out.
Yeah, new Triad sign. Interesting, interesting. Alright.
So, Triad's sign was located in Delta Hidden Forbidden Bulwark.
Alright. A new lost ground. Okay. Oh.
Are you expecting the criminal to return to the scene of the crime? Isn't that too cliché, Ovan? So, what do you think is located on the other side of this wall? There's nothing. The graphics for backgrounds that can't be seen by the players are not rendered in order to save processing power. That's just like you. Yato. But I can feel it. It feels like there's something being held back behind this wall. This place is a prison. A prison? That was very dramatic and quite poetic, considering it came from you, Ovan. However, in that case, the question is, between the existence that lies beyond the wall and us, which is the one that is in the prison? I'm going to leave before the pursuer gets here.
Huh, well that's interesting.
comrade, it's you! Thank you for coming! The sign made by the hated Triad is this way. He might come back at any time. Let us wait and ambush him.
Really? Because you have no proof he's gonna come back.
Hey, he'll see you! Go! Get away from there!
You're sure the Triad is going to show up here?
Of course! My animal instincts tell me that criminals always return to the scene of the crime.
Don't tell me. You love cop shows, right? So, according to your animal instincts, when's Triad going to get here?
That I don't know. Could be 10 minutes, or maybe an hour, or half a day, or even 2 days. I don't know.
Keep up the good work, Pyros. We're leaving. Well, time to log out to check our email or something. Under the cloth.
Lumina cloth? Jeez, old man. At least write down what you want.
Yeah, he has an unhealthy obsession with us, I'll say that much. Does he have anything better to do?
And Terrace is calling me. Guess I'll go to Lumina Cloth.
Yeah, okay. This will probably be the last cutscene, and then I'm probably going to stop this session for now. Because I am sticking to shorter sessions so that people aren't overwhelmed.
You're late, kid.
Like hell. You're the one that called me. If it's for something stupid, I'll beat the crap out of you.
Fine. And see for yourself whether or not you think it's stupid. There.
Nicolo's Arcade?
Hey, hurry up or you'll lose her.
But why do I have to...
Well, I guess we're chasing down Alcade now. Not sure why, but whatever. Let's just do it.
I remember the last time we fought. You used something against me, didn't you? Yeah, well, that trick isn't gonna work on me this time. For our next match, I'm gonna have a specialist monitor it. Then I will expose your trickery to the entire world.
I guess that serves you right. She noticed the avatar, you know. How are you gonna handle this, Emperor? Well, don't you worry about it. I'm gonna fight her before you will. Just you wait. I'm going to take her down without even using my avatar. And after I'm done with her, next is...
It doesn't interest me in the slightest bit how you choose to fight her. But I will tell you one thing.
Huh?
Alcade is a very strong fighter. As you are now, there's no way you can defeat her. No, not without using the avatar anyway. Don't get yourself so blinded by your foolish pride that you lose sight of what's in front of you.
I can't beat Alcade? There's no way in hell!
What, you think you can win every time? That you won't lose?
Damn straight I won't!
Look, kid, I don't know anything about the problems you and Entrance might have had in the past. But the arena is not the kind of place where you can survive on false pride alone. Even if you train till you drop and you work with all of your tactics, there is still a small chance that something could upset the whole situation in the actual battle. But the minds of the fighters are filled with their short-sighted pride, making them think that victory can come easily. That empty pride has turned into shackles. Shackles that hold you down. Why can't you or Alcade see that?
Damn.
The damn Antares, talking like he knows it all. Damn it. It makes me sick. Guess I'll log out and check my email.
Or something. But damn. He layered into Haseo hard there. Jeez. And he's the one who wanted us to come here. He does have a point, though. Haseo's being kind of irrational here. I mean, with the fight against Bordeaux, like, narratively speaking anyway, it was meant to be a close fight, and he wouldn't have won without the Avatar. Yet now he's getting all high and mighty here, thinking he can stop anybody. If that feels weird to you, then you have good instincts, but I'll get more into it later. Before we stop, let's go and check with Gaspard, because he should be back by now. Yep, there he is. Whoa, 44,000. It's almost double what I've got. So yeah. Well, with that, we are actually done for this one. I will say for the record that I do love the fact that we are seeing actual progress done with the arena to the point to where we are actually getting farther and farther to be done with it. Based on our level alone, you can tell that we are getting pretty far into the game. But yes, everyone, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later. See ya.